Hi folks, welcome to another round of stuff we didn't get to in class. So week 4, the IRB informed consent is due. So I wanted to show you a few things. We can talk about it this week, but hopefully this audio will take care of everything. So if you go to rmu.edu/IRB, it will take you to the Institutional Review Board, which you can see here on the screen. On the right, you'll need this for later. The application is there, the training, which you've already done, but there's some interesting stuff here that you can use not only for this assignment, but as you move forward in your dissertation. There are forms and guidelines. So if you look here, it has what's required for a script. I'm not requiring you to write a script for this assignment. It's something you will do for your dissertation when the time comes. The guidelines for the informed consent, I've uploaded those to Blackboard, so I'll show you in Blackboard where I put them. They're 12 pages, very extensive, talks about the need to protect humans from risk. So there's 12 pages of explanation. I didn't think you wanted me to print those for you, but there's also a sample IRB application and the like. But I'm going to show you on Blackboard where those are located. So if you go to our Blackboard, go under week 3, this is what you'll find helpful. So under informed consent, there's the informed consent handout, there's the script requirements, and then I gave you an example of an informed consent. So all these are going to look the same, just the information is going to be different. So always include the approval date, include this information, leave the IRB number blank, because once your IRB is approved, not for this course, but for your dissertation, you'll receive a letter stating that it is approved, and you'll put that number on anything that you give to your participants. So put your title there. You're the principal investigator. There's no co-investigator, and then you write your purpose. The purpose of the study is to investigate teachers' perceptions of the impact of COVID-19 on student learning. Totally made it up. Don't steal that one. If you agree to participate in the study, you'll be asked to participate. Tell them in a semi-structured interview. Give them an approximation. So you could even say between 30 and 45 minutes, between 45 minutes and an hour. People don't want to hear any more than an hour, quite frankly. With your permission, it will be recorded by the principal investigator, and it will be transcribed. So that's an important piece of it, that they know that this is being recorded in some fashion. If you're going to audio record it, specify that. If you're going to both audio and video, make sure that they're aware of that. Now, certain sections that you have to have: risk and benefits, how you're going to store the data, how you're going to ensure confidentiality, how you'll use the results. I mean, we could go on and on. What their rights are. Right here, you want to put your contact, so use your RMU email and whatever phone number, that's up to you what phone number you use. Another important piece of the informed consent is this right here, is that if they have additional questions or concerns about the study and they don't want to talk to you about it, there has to be somebody that they can speak to. And that person, her name is Lisa, but that person is the Human Subject Protection Advocate at Robert Morris. Here's her phone number. Here's her email. Those both have to be included. So you can copy this verbatim for your informed consent. Everybody uses typically the same language. Then you want to have a statement of consent. You're having them sign. This one was electronic. If you're doing it in person, obviously you would have them sign that in person. What's important about this is that they get a copy, and then you keep a copy. So as you go over each section, they're signing off that they understood those sections with their initials. So make sure you include those sections. So you always have a copy goes to the participant, and then you're keeping the signed copy on file. So whether or not you put them in a file folder in a locked cabinet, or you scan them and put them in a password protected file, but those have to be kept for the duration of the study, and quite frankly you want to keep them about 5 years beyond that. So if you go back to this folder on Blackboard, you'll notice there's that long handout that was on the IRB website, and then there's the script requirements. So this is a little dated, I think, but we still use it on our website. But this script can also be right at the top of your semi-structured interview protocol. So even though it's not required, you want to be certain that you understand moving forward as you work on your dissertation that that's something that's required. Typically, not all of the chairs think to catch that one, so make sure that you're aware of it. Download these, keep them on your desktop in case you lose access to the Blackboard, or you can go right to the IRB website. But I do want you to have have that example. Couple things about this that's important. Your contact, the IRB's contact, they're going to be, you're going to keep it confidential, so all the data will be de-identified. They will not be identified in any way, shape, or form in the data. You want to make sure that they understand when you're doing this for your dissertation that you will be publishing this, but not their names, not any identifying information. And then typically we will put a little blurb about also for additional publication, if you see right here. So if you publish beyond your dissertation something relative to this data, then you're covered. Also, we typically say that we keep the data for 5 years. Once you transcribe your interview, you're going to delete the recordings. So make sure that's in this section on data storage. Make sure that you're clear with your participant about that. So you sit down to do your interview, or you're doing it virtually. You send the informed consent ahead of time to your participant, give them some time to look at it, and then before you start your interview, you want to go over your informed consent, make sure that they understand everything, and then you can begin the interview. That going over or reviewing of the informed consent does not have to be recorded. There's nothing that says that has to be, although you're welcome to do that, I guess. No, actually I wouldn't, come to think of it, because they haven't consented yet, so you can't really hit the record button until they consent. So just for the sake of practicing, I have you do an informed consent for this interview assignment. You'll have that format in Word, and then you could change it when it's time to do your dissertation. And even beyond that, maybe you go to a university and you work in higher ed and you're going to do research. You would have the same thing, just change the RMU and use that. The IRB kind of governmental roles change and tweak every couple of years, so at least you'll have some sort of framework from which to work moving forward. All right, friends, I will see you soon. Bye.